We're through! Yay! That was a tough watch. It's finished here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. And this is the last word. Yeah, we're outside St James's Park. It is finished. Newcastle United 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. Just me and Lee. Just the two of us on a Tuesday night at St James's Park.
I thought you were going to say Stoke there.
No, don't want to do Stoke. I never want to go to Stoke, to be honest.
Not cold yet.
No, it's not cold.
It's on the verge.
It's lukewarm. It's lukewarm, as they would say. But yeah, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, because it's going to be a tough one to actually talk about, because it wasn't the best game in the world. And again, this podcast is available on all podcast outlets as well. If you have a particular last word that you've liked so far, make sure you give that a watch and a listen, because that'd be lovely. It'd be really nice. But Lee, 7 changes from the side.
I was going to say, do you want to start positive before we get negative?
Well, I was going to say 7 changes before the Man City
team. Wimbledon fans and the banners and that.
Alright, go for it.
I thought that was lovely. I thought 99.9% of our fan base, bar one person, has been an absolute credit to our football club. The banners that Wimbledon came up, there were Bobby Robson statue up in the Leazes as well. That was a real nice gesture, and obviously Newcastle United donated 15 grand. Didn't make a big deal of it, just quietly went about it. Obviously, word got out, and then they're getting 45% of the gates tonight, and that's quite a bit of chunk of money, considering it was 51,500 or something.
Yeah, just under 52 tonight.
Absolutely incredible for League Cup tie as well, for the home fans to come out. Big chance for a lot of supporters as well who don't have the opportunity to see Newcastle on a regular basis. Sometimes the atmosphere has showed a little bit, but going back on the topic at hand, great for Wimbledon, and it's good income of revenue and the support. You never know, we might have a little bond with them, but like Hanwell Town that we've got, so it could be another London club that we adopt.
Yeah, definitely. Again, proper club, AFC Wimbledon. Obviously,
well, I remember them back in the days of like Robbie Earle and
winning the FA Cup against Liverpool.
Well, no, not that. I was only 2 3. But the mid-90s, Robbie Earle and Effie Cuckoo and Dean Holdsworth and Ben Thatcher and Neil Sullivan, and I can name them all. Alan Kimball, Kenny Cunningham.
Yeah, no, big shout. So on. Big shout and safe trip to all the Wimbledon fans that are making that long trip back down south. But 7 changes, Lee, from the team that drew against the champions Manchester City on Saturday. Will Osula starting up front. Osula! Dubravka starting in net. Lloyd Kelly starting at left back to start. We weren't too sure if he was going to be left back or centre half. He was definitely going to start. Midfield, it was who was it going to be with Willock and Longstaff, and it was Joe Linton for the first half in particular. What do you make of the team?
Not surprised there was changes. I said to you when we bumped into each other, that I thought a couple of the under-21s might be on the bench. It was a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to see, especially Sanusi, because that game was crying out for a little bit of magic beneath. And if he came on and went past a few players, could have excited the crowd. But that's my only slight disappointment. Trippier wasn't involved at all, so good rest for him.
Strong team.
It's still a strong team. You still expect, like I said, 3-0. Because I've seen the team and thought, this team should be quite clearly go and dominate and put a few chances away, but we dominate the possession, but not the chances.
No, we certainly didn't. Look, it was like a pre-season game. It was like a pre-season vibe, if I'm being honest. It wasn't like exciting and electric. First 15, 20 minutes, there wasn't really much to show. It was just a lot of possession for Newcastle. Wimbledon, I thought the shape, actually, Wimbledon, give them credit, was actually very, very good. You could tell that they were working on something in training, and it was, like I say, a 5, and then a 4, and then the 1 up front. But when they actually went forward, it was a 3 at the back and tried to do something a little bit. But it didn't really cause us many problems. In terms of the Newcastle threat, Harvey Bonds had Newcastle's proper first chance where he cuts him from the left. We've seen it so many times. We saw it Molyneux, and it just goes over the crossbar. And that was probably the closest it got at that point.
Yeah, it's... how can I stay positive? It wasn't the best of games, put it that way. And obviously Will Osula had a through ball. I think he should be doing, because if that's Isaac, I think Isaac scores. Just announced it, just hit it first time. But that'll come, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next year or two with experience, but not a great game of football, let's be honest.
No, Barnes has that chance, and then just a couple of minutes later, a long ball from Fabian Schär, and it's a great first touch from Miguel.
2 of those, by the way, by Fabian Schär.
Yeah.
He was like a quarterback tonight.
Yeah, he was the captain as well, El Capitano for Fabian Schär. But a long ball, and Miguel on great first touch with his left foot, hits it straight away, and just inside the box, and it goes over the crossbar. But you thought that might be the start of something. There's a bit of a flurry.
Maybe you should have another touch. I don't think he realises when he's brought the ball down. Another touch, composure, that's what it is. That composure, just to have an extra touch, slotted in. He fires at it.
Yeah, he did, and it was...
And that's why he's not in the team.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the reasons why he's not.
Yeah, one of the reasons. He did cross with his right foot, which I was very impressed with. Well done, Miggy. But no,
I missed that.
No, it was actually probably about 10 minutes in. It wasn't that long. But yeah, that was probably the closest it got. But within the last 5 minutes of the first half, there was a kind of a little bit of more action. Wimbledon actually injuring Martin Dubravka. It was an offside effort, if you like, where it was actually quite close in terms of a little flick on into the 6-yard box, and the striker gets there, but it's saved by Dubravka, but he is offside, and he's injured.
Is that all? Is it concussion?
I don't know. I think it was his leg. It was his leg or his hip. Because he barely could
even
walk.
When he walked up, he was like groggy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Fabian Schär went, "All right. I'll take it for you." Obviously, get him into half time to assess him, and then I can't wait to say this now. On come. Do you want to pronounce his name?
Vlachodimos.
Honestly, it's Vlachodimos.
Exactly. But before that, Newcastle did actually get a penalty. Just on the stroke of. I know, you just forgot about you forgot about the only thing in the game. But no, just before half time, Newcastle win a corner. And it's Sean Longstaff that plays almost like it's always just one across the box, isn't it?
Isn't it like two penalties claims?
Yeah, it's two penalty claims. The first one's Fabian Schär. It's not, it's a dive. I've seen it back as a dive. The second one, Miguel Moran, I think it's a penalty from what I've seen. I've seen one replay. It does look like a penalty. And it looked like a stone wall to me. The referee, I don't think, sees it. I think he's blocked. But the linesman eventually puts his flag up and gives the penalty. And it's Fabian Schär that steps up, and you're quite relaxed and you're quite calm. But did you think it might have been Osula? Because that'd have been like, give me the ball. But
possibly, but maybe the captain said, I'm having this, and we've seen it. Was it Fulham away a couple of years back?
Yeah,
where he scored that penalty, like notching it and steps up nice and calm.
Blackburn in the FA Cup.
Yeah, so he's got a habit of scoring penalties, and I said, did I not say to you? He's one of the best. Who was I talking on the channel about penalty takers? That was with Sam.
Yes.
Ironically, we're talking about the line of penalties, and you could have Fabian Schär step up, and he did. And it's only a bit of quality that had, to be honest.
Yeah, and that was half time, and I think everybody would have been happy to get a pie and a pint at half time. I think that's probably what was. A lot of people think, well, it can't be as bad as that. So second half, he might make a couple of changes, might bring Gordon on. It might be a little bit more exciting to get a couple of goals. Nice 3-0 win, go home, and enjoy it the rest of your night. Didn't quite exactly do their plan out like that. Vlachodimos came off for Dubravka. Harvey Barnes came off. I think that was planned that he was only going to get 45 minutes. And Bruno Guimaraes came on, the El Capitano. In terms of the second half, it was just more of the same, wasn't it? It was kind of we were just trying too much. I thought we were just trying to pass it in, a bit like Arsenal back in the early noughties.
The stats are going to say that Newcastle dominated. Newcastle had XG or shots and whatever. But the simple fact is we played well in terms of having the ball, but we didn't create. That's, I wouldn't say alarming, because if it happens again against lower league side, is that squad B, if you want to call it that, is it good enough to play a championship side tonight?
No. Championship side minimum takes us to penalties tonight.
Yeah, I think it could possibly go out if we play a championship side with that, because the quality of the finish and the creativity just wasn't there enough.
It wasn't. In terms of the real chances that we had in the second half, Osula! He has a touch in the box, left foot hits the side netting, and probably that was the best it really got from all night. It was probably the best that we had in the second half. In terms of Newcastle United, Gordon had a cross at the back post.
Gordon, I think he brings them on just to try and kill the game off.
Yeah, but it didn't work. And at the end of it, Miguel Moran had another chance where it came to on the edge of the box, and it was a tame effort.
Oh, I thought it was that one.
No, it was a tame effort on the edge of the box. It takes a slight nick.
Yeah.
But the keeper saves it. But look, changes were made, and Newcastle held on. Wimbledon probably had one little moment right at the end, literally the last 15 seconds, where it's a cross-come shot, and Vlachodimos comfortably saves it. But that was probably the best that Wimbledon had in the second half. But Newcastle did hold on the through to the next round. I think Eddie Howe will be happy that we've got through. The performance, you probably have a few question marks, but again, it has been 7 changes. Eddie, what did you make of that tonight?
Yeah, it was always a difficult game in waiting for us. I think there was no surprises with how Wimbledon played. We knew they were going to be focused on set plays, long throws, slowing the game down. They made it very difficult. Credit to them. Thought they defended really well, very deep, very low. We had a lot of bodies to try and play through. We're disappointed, especially with our first half efforts to try and score. Thought we were a lot better in the second half. Second goal wouldn't come, and then you're always one moment away from making the game even more nervous from our perspective. But I thought we defended very well throughout the game.
It's quick how we've just came out with it and got Eddie Howe there.
I know, magic, innit? Thanks, Eddie. Lee, let's talk about Osula. Because he's only had like 10 minutes against Fulham, and that's pretty much about it. What did you make on his official home debut? And I know I'm not counting pre-season.
It's a tough one to do. Not in the game enough in the first half, but that's not just down to him. I think that's, as I say, creativity. Those 2 chances he had second half, they're quite difficult. The first one in the first half, I think he should be doing better because, as I say, Isaac pushed that away from me where he's played through. The other 2 were a little bit like half chances where I've got to hit it first time, but I think the crowd actually singing his name because at one stage he was like running around trying to tackle everybody, and the crowd like, go on, singing his name. I think you'll love that. I think deep down you'll love that singing about him. But look, I think he's raw.
Is he still a level? He's like, he's
not.
Is he ready?
But then again,
come on in the Premier League?
You can't base it on one game.
No.
But if you see him again later this season.
15-20 minutes ago against Everton, we're drawing or we're losing by a goal, do you bring him on?
Not like for like. No. You've got to go 2 up top, surely. Wilson comes on, you can take off Isaac because you think that's not too bad. It's not much of a downgrade. But if you take Isaac off at Osula, downgrade, sorry.
Yeah.
You can only go 2 up top with that. But I don't think you'll get loads of game time because we've got Chelsea next. I think for me, you've got to play your stronger side there. Because if we get put out by Chelsea with the stronger side, fair enough. But if you're going to play a half-rotated side, you get put out. Or you take the competition seriously.
I think Eddie Howe is taking the competition seriously. I think 7 changes. Yes, 7 changes, but it's still a strong team, and it's like he's bringing Bruno on a half-time. Let's be honest, and Gordon with 15-20 minutes to go. I think he is taking it seriously. It is Chelsea, and it's a picture of the 4th-round draw, if you like. Newcastle take on Chelsea, as you see. Obviously, the top 6 are kind of almost avoiding each other, bar 1 game, Spurs, Man City. So in that last 16, if Newcastle can find a way of getting past Chelsea, which is going to be a really tough game, they've kind of got a little bit of form now, just above Newcastle in the Premier League table at the minute. That's a different kettle of fish. You need Isaac to be fit for that. You need to be playing your strongest 11. I think the atmosphere will be better for a Chelsea game because it's not going to be the same, because with the greatest respect, Newcastle fans are coming here expecting to beat Wimbledon and go through the next round.
I think a lot of season ticket holders will buy the ticket this time around. And with Chelsea, I hope Robert Sanchez plays a goal, because I think he's awful. I think he's got to be right up there as one of the worst keepers in the league. But the thing is with Chelsea, I want to quote Frau Scumpiak, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get because they're scoring goals for fun, but they're conceding for fun. They've got one standout player, but I know that's to worry about further in the future. When's the game?
So we play Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge on Sunday the 27th of October, and then it's a Wednesday the 30th of October on Sky Sports.
Which is the bigger game? Because I think the cup game for me at this stage in the
season.
Yeah,
I would agree. I would agree on that one because I think, let's be honest, we're not going to win the Premier League. But the thing is, that Chelsea game
could be a rival at the
end of the season. At the minute, in terms of the UEFA coefficients, 5th place will be enough for the Champions League right now. I know we're still quite a few months away.
Until I think April. Because remember, I was putting the WhatsApp, I was tracking it and saying, right, England are second, it's fine, 5th place.
Yeah.
But hopefully, fingers crossed, because it would be great if we can get the Champions League. It would be. I know that's a big expectation, but I want a cup more than the Champions League. I want to cry on your shoulders and cuddle you. You know, we'll be on travel.
I can't believe it.
I want to go all the way through that emotions. I want to have a hangover.
Yeah.
I want to phone in sick. Maybe I should delete that.
Yeah.
I want to do everything. I want to be celebrating. Champions League, great nights there were. All the away nights were fantastic. But the trophy, even if it's the League Cup, it's the pinnacle. Yeah. Winning the FA Cup's the pinnacle. I want to say that. Yeah. That's what we crave. That gets you into Europe automatically, don't get me wrong. But that is what we want. I think the cup run is so important. Some fans aren't. Some people in the comments now saying it's the league, but it's a fan, local lad, two Geordie lads. We want to say the local team lift the trophy.
Yeah,
I want to say Sean Longstaff lift it. You want to say Dan Byrne, even Mark Gillespie get involved. All the Geordies. Bring Paul Dummer back just for the crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can only echo what you're saying in regard to that. I think Newcastle need to get that hoodoo off their back, that monkey off their back in terms of trying to win in something. Last 16, I always say for Newcastle last 16 you can start thinking about it, but I think the bigger teams will go right quarterfinals. So let's get past Chelsea and then see what happens after that. But just going back on tonight, man of the match. Tough question tonight, isn't it?
Does anyone score more than a 7?
I'd go Fabian Schär maybe. Fabian Schär for me would be my man of the match.
The 2 long balls and the penalty.
Yeah.
It's difficult, that one. There's no one who played like shockingly bad.
No.
I don't think there's anyone. Oh my God, what a shocker he's had tonight. Yeah. He can't be the team next week. But I think it's probably across the board. Everyone's probably a 7. To be honest, it's who do you pick? And I won't disagree with you because I haven't really got anybody to really say. It's just there's a couple of people like you might say you haven't not impressed me. You haven't done enough to get on that side. So come the next league game, I expect maybe it go back down.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there'll be obviously Osula. I think Gordon will go back up top depending on how serious Isaac is. I think there'll be the back 4 will probably reshape. Trippier will come back in, change the centre back. I think Dan Burn will start. Gordon will come in. There hasn't been. I thought Willock was in spells quite poor actually. In spells, some spells he was good, but he's a 7. But I don't think anyone's stuck the claim.
Yeah, be interesting. It's double dose of Everton.
It is.
I don't think many people
are thinking, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by double dose of Everton? The women's team. The women's team are in League Cup action. They take on Everton at Kingston Park. So if you want to come along and support the lasses, that'd be great. It's a 7 o'clock kick-off tomorrow night at Kingston Park.
Joe, Dale, there's a few up there, isn't there?
Yeah, certainly. So
big game, that WSL side, huge game.
Yeah, so quick one. 4 teams in our group. Everton, Liverpool, Manchester United and Newcastle. Only one team can go through to the quarterfinals. Group of death, if you like. And then it's Everton for the men's team on Saturday at Goodison Park, 5:30 kick-off. Me and Lee will both be at that game as well. Be a really last time at Goodison, unless we get them in the FA Cup. But just briefly, big game now on Saturday because I think if we get 3 points against Everton, 7 points in the 4 games from the last international break, it's probably about par.
You didn't want to go on the international break with poor. And Everton will obviously be buoyed with their win at the weekend, finally. The bottom of the table, the bottom 5, 6 clubs don't look great, do they? Let's be honest, Bournemouth have smashed Southampton 3-1 last night, but I think we should go there as favourites. Our record at Goodison's hit and miss, it's 50-50. Had great times down there, the 4-1, the 2-0 coming back 2-2. We've had defeats there, we've had horrible games there. They always seem to be nighttime games as well, the majority of them, but I'll be in the upper to give a bit of the banter back to the Evertonians.
And I'll be in the lower. but
we'll see where it happens.
We'll see what happens. But looking forward to Saturday, see how we get on. But yeah, that's about it for tonight. Newcastle United are through to the 4th round. They'll take on Chelsea on the 30th of October. And we'll have a few Premier League games and a national break to get through before we get to that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV. And we'll see you all at Goodison Park on Wednesday night. Actually, scratch that. We'll see you all at Kingston Park on Wednesday night and Goodison Park on Saturday. Mess it up. See you later.
It's Kingston Park, you mean, for the lasses. See you there for the lasses.